Okay, okay. This situation is really gonna piss me the fuck off, but I really gotta talk about it because I gotta shed some light on this case. But let's review the whole case, and then we're gonna get into the body cam footage. So we are in the third day of the trials that are being held to find out whether or not Derek Chauvin is guilty or innocent. But I believe this is an open and shut case because okay, let's assume the worst case scenario. Let's assume that George Floyd was intoxicated. Let's assume that George Floyd was on some type of drug. Okay, and even though the toxicology reports have not been released, or they haven't even done a toxicology test on his corpse to figure out whether or not there is any drugs in his system at that time. So until they reveal that toxicology report, I don't know if I mean, more than likely he was on something. But I don't think that is enough justification to kill somebody. Okay, at the end of the day, I think the question should be, did George Floyd deserve to die considering the level of the crime that he committed? Because there were reports that people that he was using a counterfeit $20 bill to pay for cigarettes. Okay. Well, let's get into this article real quick. So, witnesses to the arrest of George Floyd have given emotional testimony about being at the scene of Mr. Floyd's arrest. Um, okay, you guys can read this for yourselves. I'm not really gonna look into the particulars, but Janice Curry, this is the first witness. He called the 911 dispatcher. Um, okay, so this guy is the one that called the police on George Floyd. No. That's the 911 dispatcher. My bad. My bad. That's the 911 dispatcher. Okay. Um. Yeah, I mean the 911 dispatcher. I don't know if he's really okay. Whatever. The teenage store clerk who says he believes that Mr. Floyd unknowingly paid for cigarettes with a fake $20 bill. Hmm. So the bill. Okay. So there's no controversy considering the bill. People are saying that it's open and shut that he used a fake $20 bill. Okay, so that may be true. But does he deserve to die because he used a counterfeit bill? And did he pose enough risk for Derek Chauvin to kill him? Did he pose enough risk? Did he deserve to die considering the crime that he committed? No, he didn't. So I think this should be an open and shut case, considering the situation. Um, the defense, I don't know what the defense can really argue here. I mean, their best option is probably releasing the toxicology report and trying to make the case that he was on some type of drug that was making him irate and resisting arrest. But he wasn't resisting arrest, he was already on the floor and complying with Derek Chauvin. I mean, okay, when you're talking about complying with someone, how are you supposed to comply when the guy is on your back? He has your knee on your neck and he's choking you to death. What are you talking about? He's wearing and he's got handcuffs on too, so he doesn't pose a threat to Derek Chauvin's safety. So I don't know why you would kill somebody when they don't actually when they don't actually pose a threat to you. So I don't know how the defense is gonna be able to convince the jury that Derek Chauvin was innocent or that he had enough doubt about his safety. I don't know. I don't. After the defense attorney asked if the crowd had been upset or angry, she hit back, "I don't know if you've seen anyone be killed, but it's upsetting." What kind of question is that? Like, upset or angry? I mean, you're gonna be upset or angry if someone is dead in front of you. Hmm.
He seemed very friendly, approachable. He was talkative. He seemed to just be having average Memorial Day, just living his life. But he did seem high.
Okay, so several witnesses are saying that he was high. So I'm okay. I mean, I'm fair. I'm inclined to believe that he was high. I'm inclined to agree with them. But that still doesn't change my opinion on whether or not Derek Chauvin is guilty.
We saw you standing there with your hands on your head for a while, correct?
Correct.
What was going through your mind during that time period?
Disbelief and guilt.
Okay. Why guilt?
If I would have just not taken the bill, this could have been avoided.
Stop moving.
Mama! Mama!
Yeah,
Mama! Mama!
one of the front couches
Mama!
on my right side bag.
Mama!
But is he resisting arrest here?
I know that this is difficult. Can you just explain sort of what you're feeling in this moment?
I feel helpless. I don't have a mama either. I understand him. Look at my wrist, Mr. Officer. I'm not the kind of guy. Mr. Officer, I'm not the kind of guy. Stop. You please? I'm not the kind of guy, Mr. Officer. Please. Shut up.
Okay. But I mean, he was resisting arrest considering that he wasn't willing to go in the back of the truck. I mean, I don't know.
Okay?
The footage is
I'm not a
in there.
bad guy, man.
In the car.
I'm not a bad guy. Please, officer.
I think the prosecution is doing a really solid job and using the video in a way that engages the jury. So instead of having the jury just simply watch, the prosecutors are leading the witnesses through the video and allowing them to testify as to what happened, what they saw. And I think that has a great and strong impact on the jury because they can sort of place themselves there. And it's not just having seen a video repetitively. They're actually hearing from people who are on the scene, who are walking them through what happened.
So there you go, guys. That's the footage. That's the new body cam footage. Wow, that's crazy. What? Darnella's 9-year-old cousin testified that Mr. Chauvin did not remove his knee from Mr. Floyd, even after ambulance workers had told him not to. Had told him to. I was sad and kind of mad, and it felt like he was stopping his breathing and it was hurting him. She replied when asked how the event made her feel. Sounded like he was hurting. He was. He was hurting. What are you talking about? What kind of question is that? He was hurting. He sounded like he was hurting. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's retarded. Of course he was hurting. He has a fucking knee on his neck. He's dying. He's getting choked out. Of course he's feeling hurt. What are you talking about? Come on, man. But yeah, man, okay, this is my opinion. I mean, you guys came to watch this, but this is my opinion. I think that George Floyd, he should get justice. And justice should be fair and swift. And I think Derek Chauvin should possibly I don't know, it's difficult for me to render a verdict when I'm not even a judge or something. Like, I don't really know how the legal system works in America, but I think he should pay for this. He needs to pay a price for killing someone and murdering them in cold blood. There has to be a punishment. He can't just get away with this. Like that's insane. That's insane. Like he can't just get away with this, man. There has to be some type of punishment. I mean, him walking away with just a slap on the wrist would be like really, really weird. Reaper Pablo, I have to go. Alright, buddy. Goodbye.